Tantric Man and for the women, Tantric Woman. And in essence, it is what my whole work is about. So, in essentie is dit eigenlijk de optelsom van alles wat we gedaan hebben. We live in a society where we are so mind-oriented and we're so conditioned by pornography, we're so conditioned by Disney for our love lives and pornography for our sex life. So we are also so conditioned, men are so conditioned right now in the society to behave and be that good guy, especially with all the movements that are happening, like the Me Too movements and the third wave of the third feminist wave. They have all brought really good things for women, but they also brought back the victim-perpetrator dynamics. And this is what I feel that men are really suffering from right now. There's no lingam presence, because if there's lingam presence, could be offensive to anybody, and then you could get sued somewhere in a court of law. Yeah. There's no penetrative force, because if there's penetrative force, oh my God, yeah, that means it's offensive and it's sexual harassment, and you can get in deep trouble. But we need the lingam presence of the men. But why? Why is it so important for men to get in contact with their source of power?
Bring change into the world.
But why not from the heart? Why from the lingam? The heart is
because
nice.
Every change requires that force to overcome all kinds of obstacles.
Yeah. What we're going to learn is how to connect the lingam to the heart. This in the heart center can actually be the sword. And cutting away the perpetrator-victim dynamics. So this is where I want to get you. Why? Because we need you. We as women need the healing powers of the masculine. We need the healing powers of the lingam. We as women, we have been traumatized. We don't know how to say no. We don't know how to feel our yonis. So there is a lot of damage, especially when we look at pornography as women, then we think, oh, this is the way we should behave, how we treat our yonis. So I should do this. And there's a lot of collateral damage with that. What I want with School of Shakti is to be a counterforce against the porn culture. That means every single one of you is going to be a sexual healer. And this is what I want to train you for. I want to train you to see that your lingam is your source of light. So first you have to believe that your own lingam is a source of power and a source of light. Yeah? So this is why we did all the last modules, because there's still a lot of shame and a lot of guilt around your own lingam. So we first had to work through that to come to a place where you finally, there is no shame, no guilt blocking you anymore. Of course, they're still there because they're in the collective, and hier, je bent niet blind doof voor de collective. But you now know how to channel through it and to love through it and to really own your lingam. And even if a woman is afraid of your lingam or is judging your lingam, you are not going to back down in your force, in your penetrative force. And it can be your responsibility to guide her in what is the lingam, because we don't know. We don't know how to touch a lingam, we just copy what we see in movies. We don't know actually how it feels to have a lingam. So we need you to initiate us into how sensitive is the lingam. How can we experience the light of the lingam? How can we experience the force and the power of the lingam? So that's number one, that I want you to be working with healing energy of the lingam and to see sexual energy as a healing modality. That every woman you meet, and almost every woman is traumatized somewhere, you can let that energy flow. And you will not only heal certain parts in her body, in her psyche, in her energy, in her emotional body. But you will also give these gifts like a ripple effect. What it means to have a loving, present touch from a masculine, and how she can be so open and so in full surrender that she feels all this bliss that is coming in is just healing energy. So you're not just going to have sex with women, you're going to have healing experiences with women through sexual energy.